So basically, he didn't see any big issue. Like,
No,
he just said, let's test you in a month. Be careful.
yeah, with my workplace and stuff like that.
Okay. So, but you felt that that there was something profoundly wrong.
Yeah, I mean, leaky gut, blood in the stool, and my hair was falling out in clumps. I used to wake up, I was having night sweats, all these things. It just didn't seem right.
Yeah.
And I was only, what, 27?
Huh. And
So,
all the doctor said was, just be careful, whatever that meant. And
yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said. And he kept saying that, oh, look, you're young, and there's nothing wrong with you, and thought, you know, it's just what are you supposed to say?
Yeah.
So I left the office, and I didn't go back.
And instead, you went to see someone else.
Yeah, I went to someone else, alternative medicine. Basically, she does. I don't know if you've heard of it, iriology. She looks in the iris and then she diagnoses the ailments and problems you have in the different organs in the body.
Okay, and what did she say?
And she could tell I was pale as well. You know, my tongue was swollen. She looked just checking on my eye, and she checked on my tongue, and she asked me certain questions, and she said, okay, it is a problem. And she was quite concerned as well because she thought it could be lymphoma as well.
Okay, and so by that time you already cut out milk, and you already changed your diets also otherwise.
Yeah, because I did notice that, because what I did, I started eating salad and just chicken. And that's when I noticed that my stool wasn't bloody then as well.
The stool was still bloody, are you saying?
No. What I'm saying is when I ate the salad and chicken, my stools weren't bloody.
Were not?
It stopped. It stopped. So I think it could be something to do with the salad that's helped the release of the toxins.
Right.
In a way. Because the chlorophyll in the salad, green. I think that kind of helped in my symptoms, but it didn't help with my other symptoms. Like I was having effects with my spine as well, pain.
So so you basically cut out gluten, and you cut out dairy, and you were mostly eating chicken and salads. And
that's what I was eating.
And that improved your digestive problems.
It did help, but the only thing, I was still eating lentils and vegetables. I was still eating that. And on occasions I might have had a bit of wheat as well. Chapatis. But I tried to avoid it as much as I could. Because it's hard to get off of wheat as well.
And so then you see this woman, this alternative doctor, and she confirms your own diagnosis. It might be lymphoma. And then what does she prescribe you? What does she suggest? What is the course of action that you did after that?
First thing she told me to do was she written me out a diet sheet, a plan as well. It was quite comprehensive. It's a little leaflet. A booklet type thing, and she says eat these foods, avoid these, etc., and take probiotics. But the first thing she told me to do was get a water filter in my house.
Get what?
A water filter.
A water filter.
Which I bought a reverse osmosis one. And she says there's a lot of toxins. Well, heavy metals in water, and there's lots of other residue as well in the tap water of Britain. So that's the first thing she told me to do. And the chlorine didn't help either, because that can contribute to leaky gut as well.
Okay, so you did that, and
I did that. Yeah.
So what was the diet that she suggested for you?
Basically, she told me to eat fish, all the meats, she asked me whether I eat margarine at all, or all the seed-based oils, all the rancid fats. We did use it initially. We did use vegetable oils and for cooking, but I never used margarine myself.
Mm-hmm.
But as I kept learning, and she told me not to avoid them kinds of oils, otherwise it does affect your health quite a lot.
So she told you to avoid margarine and
margarine,
rancid oils and
vegetable oils, sunflower oil, all that kind of thing. And
she
told me to use clarified butter as much as I want.
Clarified butter.
Which I was surprised. Okay, which generally in our culture we use that quite a lot. Clarified butter.
Yeah, ghee.
So,
yeah. So you went on an even stricter diet, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, is that all that she suggested you do?
She said she told me to have vegetables, and you can have your nuts, that kind of thing. So basically, it was a paleo kind of diet. He suggested, but I didn't know about paleo then. I had no clue about paleo diet. It's only when,
You did know or you did not know?
I didn't know about paleo diet, but that's what she said. She suggested to me, looking back at it as well.
Yeah.
In the booklet she did me, and
okay. So at what point did you start taking DMSO and colloidal silver?
I think that was 9-10 months later. I took that because I was still having night sweats.
Mm-hmm.
And because that went on, it was on and off, but I might have had it like 4 times a week.
The night sweats?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which was really worrying me a lot as well.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me to take magnesium,
mm-hmm.
which helped quite a lot as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which I did buy. And it did actually help with the leaky gut as well. It stopped.
Huh, interesting.
That helped as well.
Mm-hmm. So how much of a benefit did the diet do? Like what symptoms did it eliminate except the digestive symptoms? So you said it did not eliminate night sweats.
No, it didn't help. It didn't. Not initially. Not the early stages, but as I was reading more information, I started taking chlorella and spirulina as well.
Uh-huh.
And I started taking that because of my swollen tongue
mm-hmm.
and B deficiency. And I also read online about a doctor named, what is his name here somewhere? Dr. Dietrich Klinkhardt.
Dietrich Klinkhardt, yeah.
Yeah, I've read information about him. He says to remove heavy metals from the gut, because in my environment I was sanding down aluminium panels and steel,
mm-hmm.
so breathing in the dust, so I think that's had the effect on causing leaky gut,
mm-hmm.
and all the other chemicals
mm-hmm.
that came with it. And that was a really interesting video. So that's something I bought, and I started taking that religiously, twice every day, 2 tablespoons. I took that for a year or so, maybe longer.
The DMSO, yes?
Sorry, no, that was the
spirulina?
Spirulina chlorella, that's helped me.
Uh-huh.
Initially, that to take out the toxins out of the intestines.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so were you, at that point you were just taking the spirulina, or was it all just the spirulina? And did you feel any benefit from this?
Oh yes, the first month felt the benefit. Initially, the first 2-3 weeks,
uh-huh.
I had, when I used to wake up, I used to have stomach cramps.
Uh-huh.
But I think, because from understanding the Dr.